In my last audit, I showed you why the smartest drivers are hunting down 20-year-old metal. They called me a Luddite, a hater of progress. But let's be honest with each other. They just didn't want you to see the blueprints. Progress, in their dictionary, means a plastic water pump designed to crack at precisely 80,000 miles, so you are forced to surrender to a new lease. That isn't engineering. That's a manufacturing scam called planned obsolescence. Today, we conduct a forensic deep dive into the artifacts of industrial design that skip the quality rot entirely. We are moving beyond the glossy marketing to analyze actual technical specifications, skipped parts, and manufacturing secrets. These aren't just cars, they are engineering manifestos, machines built with one terrifying purpose: to keep rolling long after their designers are in the ground. Every component we are about to analyze was dictated by material integrity and safety factors, not by corporate greed. If you're tired of being a metric in a manufacturer's failure index, buy one of these, protect the metal, and you will audit your way out of their broken system. Don't buy a new car, buy a legacy. Let's start with the least exciting car on the face of the planet. The 8th generation Toyota Corolla. This is the machine that puts corporate bean counters in a cold sweat. You look at this car and you see a boring commuter. I look at this blueprint and I see manufacturing perfection, a textbook case of optimized simplicity. The core philosophy here was minimizing potential failure points. Look at the architecture of this 4-cylinder engine, the 1ZZ-FE. Early models didn't even integrate variable valve timing. No complex phase shifters, no turbochargers, no intricate direct injection systems. In the world of overbuilt design, simplicity is the highest virtue. Every skipped component means one less repair bill down the road. They prioritized metallurgical integrity over plastic engine covers. 10 years ago, a kid brought me one of these for an oil change. It had 280,000 miles on the clock. I asked him when he last checked the oil level. He looked at me blankly. He hadn't. For months. I drained maybe half a quart of sludge out of that pan. Refilled it. That car still runs. You try that with a modern GDI engine with its plastic valve covers, delicate sensors, and tiny oil galleys. The physics dictates that your engine will seize before you reach the end of the block. I've scanned the tolerances on this Corolla's crankshaft. This wasn't low-grade, recycled alloy meant to barely pass a stress test. This was forged steel, designed to withstand loads 4 times higher than a typical daily commute. The engineering margin is massive. This refuses to die because Toyota didn't try to cheat physics for pennies. This is maximum overbuilt simplicity. Next, we move to Germany, specifically Stuttgart, but not the modern, tech-obsessed Mercedes that malfunctions in a light drizzle. No, we are discussing the legends of W123 and W124 chassis, vehicles with true industrial provenance. This is the 300D. This isn't a luxury car. It is an industrial workhorse cleverly disguised as a sedan. This vehicle doesn't just pass factory audits, it defines what an audit should be. You want to know why they last? Let's talk metallurgy, suspension architecture, and structural margins. Examine the complexity and thickness of this multi-link suspension setup, made entirely of forged steel. Look at the gauge of the steel used for the primary structure. Today's luxury car might use thin-gauge aluminum control arms to save weight, but this Mercedes was designed to absorb a decade of industrial-scale stress without flinching. I once saw a W123 in Morocco, a taxi. Over 800,000 miles on the same original OM617 diesel engine. The driver told me he'd done nothing but change the fuel filters and adjust the valve lash. The mechanical fuel pump on this car is a work of art, a component that uses fluid dynamics and mechanical precision, not fragile electronics, to manage combustion. It is bulletproof. The modern industry tries to engineer in structural flaws and early failure modes. This Mercedes' only flaw is that it simply costs too much to manufacture. Every safety factor was exceeded. The profit margin was sacrificed for engineering excellence. In fact, they had to stop building them because they were losing money on every single sale to keep this uncompromised industrial integrity alive. Finally, the brick. The Volvo 240, or its successor, the 740. This is the ultimate no to planned obsolescence. It is a brick on wheels. The blueprint for this car seems to have been drawn with a ruler and a compass, completely bypassing the algorithmic cost optimization softwares of today. And that is why it is perfect. Let's perform a deep dive into the material integrity of this engine block, the legendary red block. Look at the thickness of this cast iron casting. It weighs a ton. Modern manufacturers switch to aluminum to shave off weight and pray that composite coatings on the cylinder walls will last long enough. The red block doesn't prey, it simply survives. It is designed so robustly that you can double or even triple the horsepower without ever needing to replace the internal components. It's a foundational platform that resists metallurgical degradation. Here is a technical manufacturing secret you won't hear anywhere else. In the final years of the 240, they introduced OBD1 diagnostics, and it was just a simple, little plastic box with a single wire and a red LED. It didn't try to hide diagnostic data or encrypt codes. It empowered the owner to understand and repair the machine with basic logic. Today, they build proprietary data walls around vehicles, locking you out of diagnostic access without their specialized server link. They want you compliant. Volvo wanted you independent. With a Volvo 240, you're not a customer trapped in a subscription model. You're an owner of timeless repairability and safety factors from a different era. The quality rod eye track is real, and it is accelerating. You feel it every time you go to the parts counter and see cheap, disposable replacements. You feel it every time a complex 5-year-old car receives a scrap verdict for a single, integrated electronic failure that cannot be serviced. This isn't coincidence. They are building to a specification of failure. The forensic deep dive we conducted today on the Corolla, the 300D, and the Volvo 240 isn't just a history lesson. It is a roadmap for your financial survival. The manufacturing scam is real, and it is called planned obsolescence. The unfiltered truth is that we know how to build things to last forever. They just deliberately stop doing it to ensure you remain a permanent consumer. Buy one of these 3 machines, keep the rust at bay, maintain the fluid integrity, and you have officially audited your way out of their broken system. Don't buy progress, buy a legacy. In fact, this Volvo brick will be on the road when the newest EV's battery pack has dissolved back into the earth. This is Factory Audit. Subscribe to see the final inspection they didn't want you to see.